KATC meteorologist Bradley Benoit.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, a few afternoon scattered showers and storms will be possible throughout your Sunday, and then the rest of the forecast really depends on Tropical Storm Sally. We'll get into that here right now because a lot's going on out in the tropics, and again, that's where we are going to start. Now, we do have one area of disturbed weather just off of our coastline. Still only has about a 20% chance to develop as it continues to move toward the south and west, but nothing should really come out of this spot, so not going to pay too much attention to it here. And then, of course, we have Tropical Storm Sally just off the western coast of Florida. Started to see some deeper convection fire off right around the center of circulation today. Thus, the Hurricane Center bumped it up to a tropical storm. We'll get to the track here in just a bit, although it's still not looking overly organized at this time. Elsewhere in the tropics, we still have Paulette. That's going to threaten Bermuda as a hurricane the next day or so. And also brand new this afternoon, we did have another tropical depression form, tropical depression number 20, but that too should also head out to sea with time. And then one more spot just off the African coast right around the Cape Verde Islands here has a 60% chance to develop in the next 5 days, but also heading out to sea. So that's the good news out in the tropics at this time. Now let's get to Tropical Storm Sally. Again, 10 o'clock advisory, wind still at 40 miles per hour and still moving to the west-northwest at 8. And again, the track forecast hasn't changed a whole lot throughout the day today. Still expected to reach the mouth of the Mississippi River sometime late on the day and on Monday and into early Tuesday as a Category 1 storm here. Winds of 85 miles per hour, and then really a slow mover here as it heads toward the Mississippi Gulf Coast late on Tuesday. Again, still as a Category 1 storm, and then continuing to slowly move inland as we head into Wednesday evening. So that's the main story from this storm. It's going to be a slow mover as the upper level steering currents kind of break down here as we head into early week. So heavy rainfall totals likely setting up for a good part of the northern Gulf Coast here as we head into next week. But again, the track forecast still remains off to our east, meaning the worst of the impacts, heaviest of the rainfall totals will remain off to our east. So that's the bottom line, at least at this point when it comes to Tropical Storm Sally. Now, as far as hurricane watches, they are in effect for southeastern Louisiana, really Grand Isle on eastward here. That also includes parts of the Mississippi and Alabama Gulf Coast as well. And notice none of us here in Acadiana or in any sort of a watch or warning at this time. Should remain that way throughout the entirety of this event unless we see a change in the track, but really at this point I'm not expecting that, and these will likely be upgraded to warnings as we head throughout the day tomorrow. Now let's time it out here with the European model, and again taking perhaps Hurricane Sally here close to the mouth of the Mississippi River heading into Monday afternoon, and as we put it into motion, notice how it doesn't move a whole lot. This is Wednesday afternoon, so 2 days later, it's just now getting into South Mississippi here. So bottom line, heavy rainfall expected for parts of the northern Gulf Coast, and then finally heading into late week, it looks to move out. And then the Euro model here likes to paint in a cold front moving through the area sometime next weekend, still about a week out. Of course, we saw what happened to the last front, but could impact our weather here heading a little bit later on. We'll continue to watch, but we're not going to buy into it, at least at this point just yet. So rainfall totals across Acadiana, not overly impressive. Notice this runs through next Friday, September 18th. Most of us picking up less than a half an inch of rainfall, so no issues here. But if we go a little bit further off to the east, that's where the big rainmaker is going to be here. Spots could pick up anywhere from 12 to 20 inches of rainfall. The white you see here is 25 to 30 inches of rainfall. Maybe a tad overdone, but maybe not, especially if this storm is expected to be such a slow mover here. So bottom line, a good forecast, a reasonable forecast for the northern Gulf Coast, at least at this point. Looks to be at least over a foot of rainfall. So very serious situation look into unfold for areas just off to our east. So your next 10 days, again, we'll see rain chances in the forecast for your Sunday. Not a washout, but about a 40% chance for some scattered showers and storms out there tomorrow afternoon. I went ahead and lowered rain chances for most of next week because, again, our rain chances are going to be solely dependent on the track forecast of Sally, and with it moving a little bit further to our east and perhaps getting a little bit better organized, that's going to tend to kind of draw in a lot of the heavy showers and storms, meaning our rain chances will go down, but of course we'll continue to monitor. And then again, maybe a little bit cooler as we head into next weekend, but we'll see how that plays out in the days ahead. Kendria?